Hello, everyone. I'm live. I'm Eunice Wong here. If you are here, please comment so that I know you can see me. Hey, hi, Ting Wen. Hi. Wow, you're the first one to come in. How's your Monday so far? How's your Monday, Ting Wen? Are you going to work from home? Are you going to work from home? No, are you already working from home? Is the audio good? Can you hear me? Is my mic on? My mic is on according to what I see on my screen, but it will be good to get some feedback. Nope, mic not. Oh, nope, but on MC. Oh, hi, Michael. Hi, Michael. Hi. Good to see you here. Yes means my mic is on and you can hear me, right? Okay. Not sure how long the live will be today. Again, it depends on the comments that come in. Let me jump straight into it. Okay, so hi. Okay, so before I start the topics, please help me to like and share. Okay, like and share. If you are watching from my so this is streaming on 3 places: my personal page, my Facebook page. So this is my Facebook page. Hey, Ting-Wen help me to share already. Thank you so much. So this is my Facebook page. If you're watching from my Facebook page, and then if you're watching from my YouTube, please like it or subscribe it. Okay, and also okay, so I shared this earlier, but I think I never flashed this before. This is the address to my webpage. If you want to engage me for map coaching, Reiki, healing, purchase my book, or commission me for digital signature, it's all written there. The details are there. You can always drop me an email from that page. Okay, or well, if you know me already, you can WhatsApp me. If not, you can always PM me. Okay. All right. Oops. Okay. So yeah, please help me like and share. Yes, can hear. Okay. Thanks, Michael. Thank you so much. All right. So how's your Monday? Okay. If you want to comment, I will I will interact with you. Okay. If not, I'll be talking to myself again. So I'm getting pretty used to it already, though it still feels weird to talk to myself. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so I have, is it here? Okay, I have put the topics here, and for today's live, the font size I made it a bit small because later I'm going to share a video and I don't want the text to cover the video lah. So yeah, so today's topic I'm going to talk about keeping sane. Keeping sane while working from home. I think unless you are in essential services, otherwise I think starting today, most of us will be working from home. And then starting Wednesday, our children, if you are a parent, our children will be having home-based learning. So that's why I thought maybe I should talk about keeping sane. I think it's not easy to have like parents working from home at the same time the children are having the home-based learning, from technical issues to interaction issues to space issues. But the good thing is we have been through this last year, so I think for many of us it's not new, though a change is always bringing stress and anxiety, right? Though you may feel a bit stressed and anxious. Yeah, me too. Okay, I felt a little bit like a little bit anxious, like, oh no, where am I going to sit? Where is my husband going to sit? And then where are my kids going to sit? So that the voice, we don't cross, we don't interfere with each other's learning or working. Okay. So again, if you have comments, please comment here. If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling calm, whatever it is, please comment. Okay. Okay, so let me talk about the first topic. First topic. Okay, first topic. Then the second topic is about looking beyond behaviors. Okay, so recently I observed that there's so much talk about umbrage and show me your badge, that I thought maybe I should talk about the topic about looking beyond behaviors. Okay, so that's the two topics I have today. Okay, quite quiet today. Maybe everyone is going in office, taking everything home and doing whatever work you can before working from home. Okay, so first of all, first topic is keeping sane while working from home. I always say this, I don't know how much of this got into your head and becomes a habit, but smile and say thank you as you wake up. Okay, so don't rush to the toilet first. Don't rush to the toilet to brush your teeth first. Okay, not asking you not to brush teeth, but as you open your eyes, okay, please just smile and say thank you. Don't need to know what you're thanking for. It kind of like let your brain shoots out happy chemicals. Okay, I call them happy chemicals, and then it starts you on a positive note. Okay, I've been doing it myself. Of course, I do more than that. If you're interested, I can share more. Comment. Okay, so so start your day by smiling and then saying thank you. Okay, the very moment you open your eyes. Okay, so that's tip number one. Very easy to do, right? Okay, another tip that you can do daily during the stay home, work from home period. Try and smile more and greet your family members nicely. So I don't know whether you greet your family when you wake up, when you start your day. Like if you stay with your parents, do you greet your parents? If you have children, do you ask your children to greet you? Or do you greet your children? Okay, so always smile and greet. To be frank, I wish my children greet us automatically, but after so many years, they don't do it every day. Of course, we are affected by our moods and emotions, right? So I observe that during weekends when the kids are not rushing to school, they tend to greet us naturally, like, hey mom, kind of greeting. So when you are home, working from home, with the children on home-based learning, okay, it gets a little bit stressful. You can always like just smile and greet. Okay, and all right, so if you are, because I'm quite used to working from home, just that come Wednesday I will have a new situation because my spouse will be also working from home and then my children will be learning from home. Okay, so I don't know about you, but working from home sometimes, if you don't need to switch on the video to meet your clients, you may be working from your home clothes, with your home clothes on. But I do recommend to dress up, okay, because be it a guy or girl, okay, no gender differentiation. Dress up meaning wear your workwear, okay, or wear whatever that you wear if you go out to work, or meet your clients or meet your colleagues, because dressing up puts your mind into a different frame. Okay, imagine you are wearing your home clothes or wearing your pajamas and then working, right? Because it's pretty habitual already, so our brain may be picking up signal from our clothes that it's a sleep time. I mean, if you're in your pajamas lah, so you might not be that alert, okay, and you might say more casual words, okay. So, oh, did I miss comments? I didn't see. It's important to power up one's happiness. Thanks for sharing. Okay, thank you, Guo Hua. Thank you. It's really good to see comments so that I'm not talking to myself. Happiness in the family is important, especially during this period of home-based learning. Yeah. It's very important because I think change creates anxiety. Okay, change creates stress. So we need to acknowledge that and manage that. Okay. Wow. Thank you for your comment. Okay, let me go back to where I was. Okay, so I was talking about dressing up. Okay, so dress up, please. And then dress up before you work online. Okay, so just a few more tips. When you sit and do your work, right? Oh, wait, talking about dress up, do your children wear their school uniform and get on to the home-based learning or the PE, their PE attire? Because I remember there was one time, I really forgot lah. Okay, I really forgotten, but I remember this incident where my husband and I told our children to wear their school clothes. Okay, we think it make a difference. Okay, if you are like habitually dressing in your school uniform or school PE attire when you go to school to learn, somehow when you change into that attire, your brain gets it lah. Okay, your brain will say, okay, I'm switching on to the learning mode, the school mode. Okay, so dress up not only apply to working adults but also school going children. Okay, I'm not sure if the school insists on this, but if you have children learning from home, it might be good to ask them to dress up. Okay, dress up meaning wear their uniform lah, wear the appropriate clothing for the appropriate event, be it physical event or offline or online event. Okay, yeah. Okay, the next simple thing to do is when you are working or when your children is on home-based learning, please encourage them to sit up straight. Okay, sit up straight. And if you are walking around the house, please if you are standing I'm not sure if you stand to work, but if you are walking, okay, if you are in an upright position and you're walking, please don't slouch. Okay, don't slouch because you are giving signals to your brain. So don't slouch. Keep your shoulders backwards and then stand straight. Okay, all right. Pretty quiet morning. Is it because it's Monday and it's raining? Is it still raining at your side? All right. Okay, so the next simple tip about keeping sane is I don't know if you notice whether you drag your feet when you walk. Maybe it's more obvious if you are with footwear, and not so obvious if you are barefooted at home. If you wear slippers at home, it will be pretty obvious because the sound that the slipper makes, right? You will know if you're dragging your feet or not. So these are physical cues will send signals to the brain now. Okay, so please, when you walk, please walk upright, don't drag your feet. Okay, your brain needs to get signals that you are on working mode or learning mode. Okay, and this is my last point about simple daily actions to keep sane during the work from home period. I like this the best. Okay, when you are stressed or when you're feeling anxious, please just breathe more and then reply less. Okay, talk less. Seriously, talk less. Because we tend to say things we don't mean when we are triggered emotionally. Okay, so it may be a simple thing that your child is saying to you, but because you are busy at work or you're rushing a project for your work or trying to meet a deadline, you might overreact. Okay, I must say here, I'm not perfect, okay? I'm sharing all these tips because it helps me to manage and cope. But I'm not perfect, I'm not saint, okay? I'm also a human, I also have emotions, okay? But I think it's about, because emotions are everywhere, okay? They come and they go, and you can't really control them from coming to us. Instead, we can learn to be aware and then learn to process them as fast as we can, and then let it go, okay? Let the negative emotions go. Okay, any comments? Oh, yeah. So do you have any comments about keeping yourself sane while working from home? So these are really just very, very simple things that I think will make a difference, okay? Make a difference. So smile more, greet your family more, speak less. Speak less so you don't argue so much. Oh, and if you have nothing good to say, don't say, okay? So I always teach my not teach, I always tell my kids that if you have nothing good to say, don't say, okay? And please hug your kids and your spouse more. Oh, Guo Hua says, I read so much about Book of Clarity. Is it my book? Is it my book or is it another book? Thank you if it's my book. Okay, I want to so relating to keeping sane and processing our emotions, right? I want to share this. Okay, this is not my product. It's a friend of mine. She's staying in US. So I think I shared this before. Tapping. Okay, help your children tap. Help your children tap the emotions away. Your Book of Clarity, I mean, it was a good read. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So please share with your friends and family, and then get more people to buy, okay? Thank you. Yeah, so okay, if you have bought my book, if you have any questions on how to use my book, okay, if you have bought the autographed copy of my book, you would have my contact by now. So you can text me, okay, about how to use the book. In fact, I have a form, you know. I have a A4 size what's that called, form for you to fill up the CARE, but I haven't updated it. So I've been sending out to some of the readers privately because it's not updated. So if you want the form, you can let me know. I can send it to you. Okay. Yeah, so talking about emotions processing, I shared this before. This is a technique, a tapping technique. Oh, is Jonathan here? Because Jonathan does tapping also. Jonathan, yep. Okay, so this book is written for parents to read to young children. What age? I think maybe below 10. Okay. In fact, I still use tapping for my girl lah. Okay, recently she's 13 this year and I still use it. Of course, I don't read the book lah. Okay, because I already mastered the technique. This simple technique. This is not the full-fledged tapping because the tapping actually involves a lot more. Okay, this is just very simple version of tapping to acknowledge the emotion, process the emotion, and letting it go in a very short time. Okay, so I guess during the home-based learning and parents all working from home, there bound to be some heightened anxiety and emotions will come on. So it will be good to purchase one set, okay? I forgot whether I shared this before, but I brought in the sets from US and I'm not selling for profit, okay? I'm selling at cost. So if you're interested to buy this or adopt this, please WhatsApp me, okay? Or PM me. So not sure if you watched my previous live, but basically there are 4. This bear is special, okay, because it has 4 dots, and you can guide your child to tap. Okay, so what to say during tapping? Thank you for sharing, Eunice. Hey, hi Nash. Wow, this is the first time you're here with me on live. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Wow, very touched already. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so back to tapping. So this bear is special. Okay, it has four heart shapes where you can guide your child to tapping, and this bear is pretty good because if your child is really very tense up and overwhelmed with emotions, it might be difficult to ask your child to tap. Okay, and when that situation occurs, you can actually tap the bear. Okay, tap the bear, or if your child allows you to grab his or her hand to tap the bear, okay, then you can go through the tapping. What I like about this is you can be very creative. Okay, once you know the basic from the book, right, you can be very, very creative. There's a concept to follow. Okay, if you buy this from me, I can give you support. Okay, I can give you support because I really want to help parents to learn quick ways to manage and process emotions for children. Okay, especially younger children, because they are not so they don't know how to express their emotions that well. Okay, so yeah, so please tell me. I don't know how to pass to you now that all the F&Bs are closed, but I can always drop off at your place if I pass by. Okay, so this bear, tapping bear. Okay, so are y'all oh, okay, let me share another 2 tips. Manage to catch you on live. You mean previously? Nudge, do you mean previously? Or you didn't comment, so I didn't realize you were here. But thank you so much. Okay, I'm not famous. So everyone that comes on to comment and to watch, I really, really appreciate. Okay, I'm not like an artist having like 1,000 or 10,000 viewers. Okay, so I appreciate every one of you. Okay, if I may just share a few more things that you can do to keep sane while you work from home, and while your children have home-based learning. Okay, if you are really, really stressed and feel very uptight, okay, this technique I shared before in one of the previous interview, I think, with Usher Au, yeah. Okay, what you can do is you take a piece of paper, okay, and then you write down all the emotions that you are experiencing. You may not be in the right frame of mind to write down the exact description of what you're feeling. That's fine. So just write down how you feel, or like if you hate something, even you can write down. Okay, so the purpose is to transfer everything, all your anxiety to a piece of paper, and then after that you tear the piece of paper and throw it into the bin. Okay, it helps. Okay, don't underestimate this activity. Okay, so you are not famous, but you are really awesome. Thank you so much, Ting Wen. Okay, so I hope you benefit from my sharing. Okay, yeah, thank you so much. Ting Wen is my very, very kind. Ting Wen is very kind and always say very kind words to me. So that's my impression of you, very, very kind person. Thank you so much. Okay, so just now I talked about the writing your negative emotions, maybe, or whatever you're feeling, on a piece of paper, and then tear it up and throw into the bin. Okay, it helps to process. Of course, you can do tapping also, if you're an adult. So it really depends on your preference. Okay, I would say don't stick to one method. If you can, please learn more techniques so that you can rotate them. Okay, so that you can rotate them depending on the situation you are in. Because say you are driving and you feel a bit anxious and you don't have paper and pen, then how, right? Yeah, so try to master a few skills and keep using them so you don't forget them. Okay, keep using them so you don't forget them. Okay, and also let me see. Maybe just 2 more tips about keeping sane during this period. I think was it yesterday or the day before, I talked about this. If you are feeling overwhelmed, see if you can do this. Spend 1 to 5 minutes just doing nothing. Okay, this is not strictly not meditation, but just doing nothing. Okay, you will realize that every second our brain shoots many thoughts. Okay, create a lot of thoughts, and sometimes that keep us make us overwhelmed. Good tips, thanks. Oh, thank you, Lim Han Ming. Okay, thank you so much. You can try, then you please feedback to me, okay, and see whether you like them. Okay, I try to share tips that are really, tips that are really simple to apply. Okay, you don't need a lot of things. You don't need to take a 6-month course to apply. Okay, hopefully you all find it helpful. Okay, so where was I? I forgot leh. Okay, no, never mind. So I wanted to share 2 more tips, right, about keeping sane, working from home. Okay, so you can see actually I have a lot of tips. So trying to pull them out. Let me see. Oh yeah, do nothing. Okay, do nothing. So I had a post about doing nothing. So if you are really overwhelmed, please take a moment, okay, as much as you can. It can be 1 minute, it can be 5 minutes, or if you can do just 5 seconds, it'll be pretty good also. Start from 5 seconds, okay, and then you slowly build it up. Try to do nothing. Think nothing. It's really hard. And then you see what happens. Okay, your frame of mind may change. Okay, you may have a different anchor. Okay, the same issue can be viewed from different angles, right? Different perspectives. So doing this do nothing exercise, I think it's easy to get your brain to like focus on another perspective. Okay, and of course what else? Oh, so if you have nothing to say to your family, just say thank you. Okay, just say thank you. It won't go wrong one. Smile and then say thank you. Okay, if you want to stretch it a bit, like sometimes when my kids make me angry, I smile and then I say thank you, you know. I say, hey, thank you for making me angry. Okay, just have fun at home lah, okay? I know it's not easy. I like this, do nothing. Yeah, I can try. But I think it's not easy. It's really not easy, yeah. Hua says, all things are indeed multifaceted. Yeah, true. So I like to challenge my perspective. I like to challenge my perspective. Okay, because as we challenge our own perspective, we open up our mind, and then we will grow. Okay, we will grow in terms of our mental, emotional, and everything else. Okay, so maybe the last tip I have is if you have a hobby, okay, very big on hobby, or if you have a hobby, please spend some time, yay, thumbs up. Spend some time doing what you love, okay? If you have a hobby lah. Do you all have a hobby? Or you don't have a hobby? Because I do have people tell me I don't have a hobby. Yeah, I mean they don't have a hobby. So pretty interesting. Yeah. So okay, I'll do a quick sharing now. I never shared this before. If you work from home and you need to sign documents, okay, and you need to sign from your phone, okay, because the last circuit breaker, I sold some styluses. So I want to show you this. Okay, this is one of the stylus that I use. Let me see whether I can. Okay, so just now I did. Can you see? So this stylus lets you sign more precisely. Okay, it's not the rubber tip. Okay, it's a transparent tip. So I call this a precision stylus lah. Okay, only if you need. Okay, don't buy for the sake of buying and waste money. If you need to sign documents at home lah. Okay. Okay, so maybe I can demo a bit. This one can demo. Yeah. Okay, can see. So it's pretty pretty accurate. Okay, pretty accurate if you need. Okay, if you want to buy, actually I don't have a lot. I have a few okay, I have a few models and few colors. Okay, if you need to sign documents and you need something more precise, please let me know. Wow, this is a long comment. In future, could you do a book reading of your book of clarity with us? Okay. Reading book reading Okay. Good suggestion. Okay, I'll think about it. You want to do with me? Do you want to share with me? Like, come on to my next live lah. Then you share which part of my book you like best. Okay? Well done. Okay, well done on which part? Mark Chan. Okay, hi Mark Chan. I think this is the first time you're commenting. Okay, maybe I got memory loss, but I think this is the first time. Is this the first time you are watching me on live? Let me know, okay? Okay, so yeah, so I shared a lot of tips about keeping sane, working from home. I hope it will help you because come Wednesday, if you are a parent and you have children studying at home, it's gonna get pretty messy. Okay, so that's about keeping sane. Okay, now I talk about the second topic. Okay, second topic is about looking beyond behaviors. Okay, looking beyond behaviors because recently there's a lot of social spread about umbrage and show me your badge. Okay, I'm sure you have watched that or read about it, and then of course a lot of people commented also. Just to share an observation, using this tool as an example. Of course, I have this observation since pretty long ago. Do you realize that? Okay, so you let me know what you think after I share. Okay, you can please comment. Do you realize that people, okay, that means the readers, okay, of events are commenting about something or an incident while they are in a calm state of mind. Okay, so in their calm state of mind, they share, they read about all this. Okay, they read about umbrage, they read about show me your badge, and then they comment about other people's reaction, not realizing that when the person was reacting, the person was probably, okay, highly probably not in the same state of calmness as the reader. Okay, so this is a little bit like double standard. You know, I'm calm now, then I see what was the situation you were facing, then I will say things like, okay, you should have done this, he should have done that, he shouldn't, he should. Okay, so please, this is my observation, and I hope that more people can be aware of that, so that so back to my philosophy, if you have nothing good to say, please don't say lah. Okay, yeah, so sometimes it's not helpful. Okay, sometimes it's not helpful to use our like words when we are calm to comment on how other people should respond in that emotional state that they were in. Okay, so probably when people react in a certain way, their emotions could have been triggered. That's why they react that way. But if they were similarly, if they were in a calm state, okay, and reading other people's reaction, probably they might comment the same thing. Okay, like, oh, I shouldn't have done this, or he shouldn't have done it. Okay, so this is an observation. Do tell me whether you agree or disagree. Good tips. Oh, Ashish. Right, okay, I ever asked you how to pronounce your name. Okay, very thank you for coming. Finally, I see you after so many live. Finally, you managed to come on, and you have been very supportive of my posts. Thank you very much. Okay, not sure about your work situation. I think you told me your children is also studying, right? But not in Singapore. So, yeah. So if you do a rewatch, I hope this helps you. Not sure if you are working from home while your kids are learning from home also. Okay, so yeah, so back to looking beyond behaviors. Okay, that was my sharing of my observation. So yeah. Okay, so if you have any comments about this, let me know. Maybe in the meantime, I share about two incidents. Okay, I have a lot of stories to share actually, but this morning as I was looking at my topic, I thought of these two incidents which I want to share. So I used to volunteer at a read aloud sessions. Okay, so for children at the age of about 7 to 8, so in primary 2, lower primary. So interestingly, so we had like it's a weekly event. We had like a class of 30 children. So during the read aloud, we will gather the kids and sit in front of us, and the person who's reading the book will read aloud lah to the kids, right? And what happened is every batch, right, we will have like we will see certain behaviors, okay, that might surprise us. So there was this batch where a child, a boy, always doesn't join the other kids. Okay, he doesn't join the kids, and he always sit at a corner doing his stuff. So he can be cutting erasers, he can be using crayon to he doesn't color, but he's more like a hands-on crafter. Okay, so he will use stationery to build things. He will always ask us for glue and all that. So in kind of like this kind of class setting, right, there are rules to abide by. And then us being the volunteers, we will ask the child to, hey, can you please join the group and listen to the story, right? And he always refused, and he was quite so physically he didn't allow us to lead him to the other children. And what struck me was, okay, so let's say, okay, so I'm talking about the point about looking beyond behaviors. Okay, so let's say we react to the behavior. What would adults do? Okay, we will scold the child, right? What do you think you're doing? Why don't you join the other kids? Okay, why are you like sitting quietly there? Jocelyn, hello, looking so good. Hey, thank you. Wow, I think this is the second time you say hi to me in my life, right? Hey, how have you been? So good to have you on. Thank you. Very useful. Oh, thank you. Okay, so yeah, so I was sharing the story about this little boy who doesn't join the other kids in listening to the read aloud, storybook read aloud session. So there was one day, I spoke to this child, and I asked him, what you were doing. So I actually asked him, so what are you doing? Can you tell me more? And then he would tell me, oh, so I'm trying to build this, that. And that was how I managed to converse with him one-to-one. And then I asked him to join the other kids. So I said, like, can you please join the other kids? Why wouldn't you join the other kids? So I asked something like that. And you know what he said? Not he said, so they call us madam. Okay, so he said, Madam Eunice, can you please let me play? Because once I'm home, I have to babysit. Wow, I was so shocked. And then suddenly I understood his position. I understood why he wanted to play on his own, because that was his only free time. Seriously, only free time. Because so of course the conversation went on a little bit lah, and he told me, during the school time, I have to do whatever the teachers ask me to do. I have to do my homework. I have to listen to the teacher. And when I'm home, I have to babysit. So this is the only hour I can play. And it kind of like shocked me, like, okay, so poor thing, this child. And that sets that really brings out the dilemma. Okay, when we want to have a session like this where all the children are supposed to follow the rules, do whatever they're supposed to, and then suddenly this child, because of certain personal issues, is not complying. There's always not the perfect solution. Okay, or rather, how should I put it better? Whatever solution is always not the best now. Okay, so you see, if we allow him to play alone, what will the other kids think? The other kids will be saying, hey, why are you so unfair? How come he can play alone? How come I cannot? So we had to manage this every week. Okay, I'm not sure if we did it well. We were just volunteers, but I'm trying to say that I'm trying to share with you that a lot of times, when we see someone behaving differently from the crowd, try to look beyond the behavior. Okay, look beyond the behavior and then ask ourselves, what is this person going through emotionally? What is this person thinking? In his mind or her mind. Okay, the fact that the person reacts differently from what we think he or she should react shows that we may have a different mindset, we may have a different belief system, or we may be in a different situation. Okay, so that's about it. Okay, so once we think about that, maybe we will comment less. Okay, we will think about how we can help more. Okay, so this is a story, a simple story, real story to share with you, so that maybe it starts you looking beyond behaviors. Okay, I'm not sure where you are currently when you see people behaving differently from us. Do you like comment a lot, or do you like keep your comments to yourself and then ask what may be going through this person's mind, or what this person may be feeling, and how we may help? Okay, there's no one size fits all. Yes, very true. So sometimes we like to say that's not fair, right? But if you take a bigger perspective, it's really not fair. It's really not fair, right? So we have to learn to accept whatever works for the majority of the people at the organization, the group, or whatever situation that is. If it works for majority of the people, I think it's pretty good enough already. So then we will spend some time to handle the small group that miss out. Okay, or the whatever solution doesn't cover them. Okay, so maybe I share a second example. It's a real story. I used to write to my children's teacher. I mean not write lah. I request to accompany them for their excursions. So there was one time I went with my I think went for my boys' excursion. Okay, because the schools, they need help. They need volunteers to help them manage the kids. Because one teacher versus two teachers versus 40 over kids not easy. So there was one time I went along with the excursion, and in the bus, right, on the bus there, I was sitting beside this very, very quiet girl. Hi Melissa, hi, wow, so good you're here, you're awake. And I love your singing. I've been watching you sing. Thank you, Melissa, thank you. Yeah, so okay, on the excursion, right, I was seated beside this girl who's very, very quiet. So from my observation, from the time I reached school and I met up with the kids, right, she was so quiet. And when she sat beside me, I had a chat with her. So I'm pretty kaypoh lah. Okay, I will try to chat up. I will ask her, so what's your name? And she shyly replied me. And then don't really know what to say also, because she was so quiet, right? Then I asked things like, oh, do you know where we are going? How are you feeling? Are you happy that the school is bringing you to that place? I really forgot what place we were going. So suddenly she looked at me and she said, Auntie, it's so nice that you are here, to accompany your boy, because my boy was her classmate, so it's one class. And then I asked her, so then I said, I told her, Auntie actually requested to come along. I actually wrote into your form teacher to ask her to alert me if there are any excursions where they need extra pair of hands. Then after sharing with her that, I asked her, so did you tell your mom oh no, so I said something like, oh, so tonight when you go home, you can tell your mom that she can also do the same thing auntie did, so that hopefully the next time your mom can be with you on excursions too. And what she said really shocked me. So she turned to me and said, auntie, my mom is very, very sick and she has no time for me. And I'm like, oh, wow. My heart sank. And then I asked her, so how is she? What kind of sickness is she going through? And then she told me nose cancer. So that explains why she's so quiet. Okay, so the topic is beyond behaviors, right? Why is she so quiet? Because this little girl has so many thoughts in her mind, and I think she's in an environment whereby maybe she needs to help more than she gets help. So maybe that's why she isn't so vocal lah. Okay, so these are the two very simple examples that I want to relate to about looking beyond behaviors. Okay, so at home you can apply this anywhere lah. Okay, looking beyond behavior. So at home, okay, if you have followed me long enough, you know that I have a little boy, 陈一方. Hello 一方老师. Okay, 一方老师 is from Focus Music. Hello. 哇，你第一次来我的 live 吗？一方老师，哇，很开心看到你 very happy. Okay, so I wanted to share this video. Let me see whether I can share it. Okay, I share this video then I explain. Okay, so the topic is still looking beyond behaviors. Okay, I hope you can hear. Let me get the volume up. So what do one say to someone like that with cancer? Oh, so Melissa, very good question. This is pretty sensitive. So what we say actually also depending on how open the person is. So at that time, the little girl was pretty quiet. And when I asked her, is your mom getting help and all, she didn't want to reply. So so how much help we can offer or what we can say, I think nothing we say will help much because we are not in the person's position, but at least don't say the nasty things. Right? I think it's more like asking how the person is feeling and whether the person is getting the proper help or not. Like I believe that there's financial help and all that, the proper authorities. Okay, we may not know, but we can always link them up. We can always find out where they can go to for help. Okay. Stuck there also paiseh. Which point is this relating to, Melissa? Okay, 一方老师 say 第一次，哈哈，哇，谢谢一方老师 ，Thank you， 哇，我很荣幸。下次你来 join 我 live 啦，好不好，一方老师？我们一起 live。Okay, 有机会的话 Okay, so now I'm going to share a video. Okay, again, the topic is related to looking beyond behavior. Okay. Okay, so that video, 1 minute video, was me recording my boy, okay? I don't want to show his face because he's under 18. That's my motto. That's my philosophy. Okay, so, oh, got some comments here. So, okay, you can hear. Luckily. Thank you, Guo Hua. Okay, talented. Wow. Okay, I don't know if that is the word, but thank you, thank you. Okay, so I was talking about looking beyond behaviors, right? So he is P6 this year. And what do we expect of a P6 boy? We will be expecting him to study, right? Revise, study. Since young, I knew that he wasn't interested. Okay, he wasn't very interested in doing homework and revision, and we clashed before. Okay, we clashed when he was 6 years old. So a pretty good clash for an entire year, and that's I'm thankful today because that's how I am who I am today lah. Okay, so I noticed that every time near exam period, instead of revising and studying, he will be doing all sorts of things. Okay, and his activity for those things would be very intense. That means he will be spending a lot more hours than normal days to do those things. Example of things would be, okay, recently is playing guitar, practicing guitar, okay, and then previously he would use ice cream stick to make planes, make guns, functional guns, okay, can shoot rubber band ones. And then he also used paper to make guns, okay. He just did a lot of things. So if I didn't look beyond behavior, what would I do, right? I mean, I still do, but I do it less. I'll remind him to either do his homework or do his revision, or ask him, so what's your plan for the day? Which he always says his plan, but he never executes them 100%. Right? So, okay. So, how does looking beyond this behavior help? Okay, so when I look beyond this behavior of him not studying but doing things that he loved and more intensely during the exam period, I would guess, okay, we are never sure, okay, but I would guess that maybe he's feeling anxious about the exams, okay, because he is not I mean, usually we will be very motivated to do things that we are good at. Do you agree? So being not so good at academics, I understand that he doesn't want to face it. Okay, he doesn't like to face the exams, and instead of studying and revising to get better results, he rather spend it on things that really makes him happy. So I think it's part of emotions management. So he's feeling like stress, he's feeling anxious, and by doing the activities that he loves, it kind of like helps him to not be so stressed anymore. Okay, so knowing that he's feeling stressed and he wants to shift his focus to something that he likes, I would so looking beyond behavior, right, and knowing the emotions behind, I would like not scold him. Okay, I still do scold lah, okay, but not as much as I would have if I didn't look beyond his behaviors. Okay, so that's why I'm sharing this. Melissa say, wow, nice. Thank you. Yeah, so that's why I'm sharing this. So just now I talk about looking beyond behaviors, related to the bigger issues, right? Like umbrage, show me your badge, and then I also share about personal conversations with children, looking beyond their behavior, and then I also share this story so close to me, right, about my boy not wanting to study during exam time. Okay, and looking beyond behavior actually help to not spoil the relationship. Okay, not spoil the relationship with the child. Okay, so behind every behavior, behind every word, behavior, or thoughts are our belief systems, okay, or even our past traumas. So let's not judge so much. Okay. Yeah. Any more comments about the topics that I share? Okay, 一般老师 say okay. So 下次我们一起 live 啊。Yeah. So Melissa, did I answer you? Okay, let me see. Like they share already, then I don't know what to say. Oh, okay. So let's say if your friend share with you something that they are unhappy about, we don't have to be the one to provide the solution. Okay, but it's good to be the one to listen and understand how they are feeling. Okay. Well, depending on the seriousness of the issue that they are facing lah. Some, if it's very serious, then it may take longer, okay, to like overcome. If it's a smaller issue, then maybe it will be faster to overcome. So I think as a friend, we just listen. Okay, we just listen. And I think, okay, me also guilty. Okay, sometimes we try to offer solution from our perspective, and it doesn't really help. Yeah, so maybe ask questions like, or give options like, would you want to move on? Okay, would you want to do that, do this, and see what the person really wants? Or sometimes the person doesn't know, and you can suggest. Oh, just be a good listener. Yeah, correct. Wow, very good. You can give live session really. Am I right? Yeah. I think a lot of layers. Okay, being a good listener is not easy also. Right, Melissa? Melissa, are you still on? I think because we are humans, right? We always see things from our perspective, habitually, okay? So we can only do less of that, okay? But I can say that we are not perfect. So as we try to be a good listener, okay, Melissa is here. Yay, thank you for staying on. So did I answer your question? It's not easy to be a good listener, but let's try to be a good listener, and then we try to get the person to acknowledge the emotions that the person is having, right? Because sometimes the person will be angry or sad, but not knowing it. So and they display through the words that they use or the actions that they do, right? So but also, okay, also I must say, if the person is feeling very, very overwhelmed, actually it's not easy for the person to even acknowledge that the emotions that he or she is having. So I take the recent incident with my daughter, for example. So in my recent post, I think a few days ago, I talked about her being really, really angry. So as I sat with her, so I actually used the tapping technique lah. So if you saw the replay, you can see how this tapping helps my child overcome the emotions. Okay. There essentially is no solution, and he's not doing anything about the illness, and seems like, wow, what's the Chinese word? I can't see the Chinese word. Okay, let me see from my phone. What's that? Seems like what? Oh, sorry, I really cannot see. Okay, so you have a friend who is sick, okay, and you don't know how to help him. Is that so? Just talk about, Chen Qiang. Okay. And it seems like Chen Qiang. And just talk about other things that he want lor. Yeah. So, very interesting question. Okay, everybody, right? Okay, I must say this. Everybody has their own journey. Even like me, I'm a parent, I'm a mom, right? I think my child will walk their own journey also. We can only be there to guide or to offer suggestion, but whatever decisions that the person make is really that person's journey. So we can only be like walking beside the person or accompanying the person. So really depends on the illnesses, the seriousness of the illness, okay? And you say that he's not doing anything about it. Because sometimes, okay, so okay, talk about illness. There's many modalities of recovering, right? There's Western, there's Chinese, there's non-conventional like mine, MAP and Reiki, right? So depending on the person's comfort, I think it's good to maybe suggest different modalities that the person can approach about the illness. Okay, and also sometimes, okay, I'm not sure if I shared this with you before, Melissa. A lot of humans, including myself, okay, sometimes 99%, if I put it boldly, 99% of people like to be in the victim view, okay? It's always very easy to say that I'm the victim. So I'm the victim of the illness. So because I have this illness, I cannot do ABC. Because I have this illness, I can escape from, EFG, right? And it takes a lot of self-realization and time for this person to move out from the victim view to what is the other view. The other view would be some say accountability view, some say the more responsible view. Okay, so moving on. Okay, this takes practice. So I also don't know your friend which emotional or mental level he is at. If even before he had this illness, he was like practicing moving from victim view to accountability view already, then he might be almost there, don't have such a big gap to work on. But if he wasn't and he has this illness, he might be, okay, I'm not saying definitely, but he might be trapped in this like victim view kind of mindset. He's very, very logical. I boleh tahan. Okay, I don't know much details from this. But if you mean that he's not doing anything about the illness and he's logical about why he's not doing anything, which means he already found a reason for not doing anything. And okay, as long as he's at peace with that I think, because there's no 100% right or wrong, right? So for example, I think Steve Jobs is a very good example. I think he didn't seek Western therapy for his cancer, right? I read about it lah. I mean, I don't know him personally. And he chose unconventional. Okay, so then a lot of people, again, a lot of people on the social media judge. But I think it's very personal. Okay, I think there's no right or wrong. So really depending on the person who is ill, what modality of healing or or treatment he or she wants. Yeah. Actually, Melissa, there's nothing much you can do. Yeah, if he is already decided on what he wants and then he's being logical about it. So always look out for closures, okay? Closures and whether he's at peace or not. If you say that he's logical, he already reasoned out why he's not doing anything about his illness, but other times when you talk about it, he did comment about, okay, 我很可怜 or I'm a victim, then that is the kind of like inconsistency that you pick up, and then you can maybe talk about it, like you can say, hey, I thought you are at peace with your decision, then how come you feel that you are in a, you are like a victim and can't really do anything about it. Does it help, Melissa? You can also text me if you want more details but basically, seriously, the decision has to be made by the person I feel. We can't force it. We can't force him, but we can be there to listen. We can be there to offer options. Or explore even more options. Okay, there may be options that we don't know. Okay, there are so many options available out there, and we are only like knowing maybe 5% of whatever solutions is out there. Yay, thank you. So far 12:35 already. So any more comments? Okay, maybe a lot of you are already out for lunch. He counted all my options. I have nothing to say. So Melissa, sometimes when we offer option, the person counter, right? It may so okay, on this topic about looking beyond behaviors, so behaviors including words, so sometimes if he counter all your options, it may also be that he already decided. Okay, so maybe explore his beliefs. Maybe his beliefs is, number one, there's no cure for my illness. Okay, because he believed that, so he chose to not do anything. So because of that belief and the very deep-rooted decision, whatever options that you offer to him, he will say no ma, because he really believed that his illness either cannot be treated or he's not ill. Okay, so yeah, so that's why being a MAP coach, right, sometimes beliefs that surprise the client pops up. Like the client didn't even realize that, hey, I have this belief until we go through a MAP session. So for example lah, so also in my book, do I have a book here? Oh yeah, so Melissa, you haven't read my book, right? In my book, there's the preface talks about beliefs. I don't know whether there's opportunity for you and your friend to discover and explore beliefs, because sometimes if you explore your beliefs, you realize that you surprise yourself. Yeah, really, we may discover beliefs that we never had. So for example, just now I talked about double standard, right? So earlier on when I went into this topic about looking beyond behaviors, I talked about the I'm rich and the show me your badge incidents. Then I share about how people always use like a very calm state of mind to comment on someone who reacted because they were triggered emotionally. Okay, so there's always this underlying belief that this person carries with him or with her that we may not know lah. Okay, so just now the two positions, right? If you are calm, okay, if you are calm, you will have a belief. You will think about beliefs that are mapped to a calm mind, right? A very calm state. Okay, but if you are triggered, emotionally, and you act and said something that surprise everyone, that is where you may have very deep beliefs that you don't even know. Okay, you don't even know yourself. Okay, so in my book, I talk about public beliefs and private beliefs. So these are the two. Public beliefs are always very good one. 很好很美的. Okay, private beliefs will be we only surprise ourselves when we are triggered and then we did something. And then when we look back, why did I do this? Because I believe certain things. Okay. So similarly for me, parenting my boy who doesn't really spend a lot of time studying. Fortunately, I don't believe that good grades are everything. Okay, of course, this belief came after like a few years of adjustment lah. Okay, and I'm happy that we are at peace. Okay, so belief is one thing to work on. Yeah. Okay. Wow, this topic very heavy. Okay, so again, so okay, let me summarize. Okay, before I go, let me summarize. So Melissa, if you have any more questions, you can type. Okay, while I summarize. So today, actually, just two simple topics. Okay, try to keep sane during the work from home period, and while the kids start to have home-based learning on Wednesday, right? Wednesday, yeah, try to keep sane, including myself. Yeah, so I share a lot of simple tips that you can do at home. So keep smiling, okay? Because when we smile, our brain actually fires happy chemicals, okay? And the second topic is looking beyond behaviors, okay? So please judge less, because sometimes it's very deep-rooted beliefs that the other person has, or the other person might have gone through certain traumas that made the person said or do something. Okay, and maybe to end off on a lighter note, I do crazy things with my kids, and one of the things I did was, so I talk about smiling. I always I told my children, I think it's sometime back already, I told my children, you can actually you cannot frown and smile at the same time. Okay, I think this is a constraint, like it's not possible. Okay, and then my kids will, especially my boy, he will try his best to frown and smile at the same time. So he will look pretty funny. Yeah, so if you can smile and frown at the same time, please send me a photo. Not digitally edited ones. Okay, so yeah. So okay, I remember that there's a lag of 3 seconds from your typing of comments to me seeing your comments. So I'll probably wait about 1 minute. Okay, before I end the live. Okay, I'm very, very thankful for those who dropped by. Please watch my replay if you can, and I hope I offered value. Okay, I really hope I offered value. Was it the last live? James Ng, I shared his video, and one of the things he said was pretty amazing. He said we should use our hobby to positively impact community. Okay, so I really like this part about impacting the community. So whatever I'm sharing today, it may not be anything amazing, but I do hope that it helps you manage the new phase that we are going to enter, okay, on Wednesday when we work from home and our children study from home. Okay. Yeah, and if you have any, oh yeah, actually I had some suggestion on topics, but okay. So if you have any more topics you want to discuss about in the next live, please let me know. Okay, so far my live is on weekdays. Probably in the next one will be on the weekend. I don't know, I'm still looking. Okay, so if you are still here, can you say bye? Okay, I still see people watching, but I'm not sure how many. Okay, so if no more comments, oh, Melissa is still here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so yeah, bye Melissa. Okay, so there are other viewers. I don't know who you are. Yeah, thank you for coming on and chit-chatting with me. Thank you. I hope I brought you value. Thank you, thank you. Happy Monday. Awesome week ahead. And please try to keep calm on Wednesday when all your children are learning at home and you're working from home. Thank you. Bye-bye.